I have said exactly what Michael said, sitting here about 15 times over the last year. I've repeatedly called LeBron James the fake MJ, Prince James. But finally, it came from the real king's mouth, from Michael's mouth. But I know Michael well enough to know that he's extremely media savvy. He's been wanting to say what he just said for about a year, maybe more than a year, and didn't think he could get away with it until now, when even I am shocked at how the world has turned on LeBron James, who's become the most despised guy on the internet now. He's been the brunt of jokes and parodies, and he is Prince James to everyone else now. So Michael finally knew he would have the public on his side when he made this statement. Yet he said it as Michael, the ex-player, not as the owner/GM, because I do think somewhere as we're speaking, some of his Charlotte Bobcats are groaning that he made these statements publicly against a division rival. And they do have to play him 4 times next year, and good luck with that.
Well, 2 things to me, Skip. One, the key was that he said it's a different time. It is a different time. And I think if he had been in LeBron's shoes in this day and age, and he had an opportunity to choose who he wanted to play with, he might have done things differently.
I totally disagree.
I understand that, and I accept that. The other thing here is, you say LeBron is the most despised man in the NBA now, right? I will argue with you that regardless of how you feel about him, you will watch him. And everyone else will watch the Miami Heat, and the ratings will soar, because the one thing sporting fans love is a dominant team.
I agree.
And this team, I believe, is going to roll through the league next year. I believe it will be an interesting finals. And as I said to Sean earlier, I think it'll come down to Andrew Bynum and how healthy he is, because he's the wild card, or he's the X factor to me. But from that standpoint, I think the NBA got just what it wanted. It got a rock star team, just like when Jordan and the Bulls were touring and winning 72. And everybody, and the crowds and the hotels and everywhere else were unbelievable. It's going to happen again.
How come it wasn't the same when, I know it's the end of their career, but when Gary Payton and Karl Malone decided to join the Lakers? They tried to do something, they tried to do a similar type thing. And even the Ray Allen, KG, and Paul Pierce, no one said nothing about that. You know, it wasn't they were trying to like build their team to just buy a championship.
They weren't regarded as the top 2 or 3 players in the game. That's the difference here. You took 2 of the top 3 and 3 of the top 10, and they combined
and the timing
forces.
of it. And I think people looked at Payton and Malone and said, you wanted to almost see them win it. And same you could even say for the guys in Boston.
And everybody knew
they've been playing.
Payton and Malone were on their last legs.
Right.
But let me ask you this. You said that you know, he's not the next MJ. Have you ever heard LeBron say that he wanted to be the next MJ?
All he did was choose to wear number 23 and choose to carry on the powder throwing routine.
Don't you think any kid
yes, he thought he was better.
would want to wear Jordan's number because
he thought he was better?
He thought he was ready to outdo Michael Jordan. That's what he thought coming in. Trust me on this. And it got so bad, he finally came to the realization, the stark reality between the eyes, that he was a Robin in search of a Batman, that he not only chose not to go to Chicago and live under Jordan's shadow, but he went to Dwayne Wade so that he can win at least 1 ring. And I think he will. And I don't blame him for that. Could he not have won a ring in
Chicago?
No way. He would have gone right back into the same Cleveland syndrome, where everybody would look to him to do it all.
I promise that everybody that's bashing him would want LeBron on their team. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But don't you think everybody's disappointed in the fact that he said, I can't do it as the man in Cleveland?
Did he say, I can't do it, or did he say, I don't want to do it? There's a major difference there, Skip.
Well, Michael said, I'm going to stay in Chicago.
Exactly.
It's how you want to perceive it.